Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails, a Grand Arena story. We're in match number 4 of the current 5v5 season. Undefeated last week, number 81 on the leaderboard, so top 100 easily. And the competition gets tough up here, guys. Facing someone named Travman from one of the MA guilds, I'm not sure which one. That almost looks like the big one. That thing, look at how much more GP they have. My opponent has 4 million, or sorry, 0.4 million, so 400k more GP than I do, which is, it's okay. I mean, look at the modding difference, and then look at the relic difference. I mean, the relic difference, it's pretty stiff, pretty difficult. Relic 7 is especially bad, and then Datacrons, they're also beating me by a little bit. That's probably our closest one, though. Otherwise, they're beating me in mods and relics. Seems to be the pretty standard thing these days. Here's my opponent's defenses. I didn't actually take a screenshot of my own defenses, I'm sorry to say. I think those are the defense. Yeah. No? Yeah, maybe. Okay, so we've got to use our bounty hunters here on their Lord Vader team, because I was pretty sure my opponent had put 3 GLs in the back because of all of my scouting and everything. And so we're using Fennec. I was trying to figure out, okay, what exactly should we do here, because they have the stun cron from that 8th brother squad. And what I decided, I didn't want to use Zam because there wasn't anyone who was fast enough to really, like, if there was Thrawn here who was fast enough, we'd probably need to use Zam to outspeed him or something, but we just wanted to kill Darth Vader first. And once we took him out, then we could take these other ones out reasonably well. But if, we need to be able to snipe out Darth Vader, basically. And, we have Bando here, of course, with the cool Datacron that just lets him spam his special, that lets him make Fennec invincible. There's always an open opportunity for Lord Vader to just take you out anyways. That's just how things go. But anyways, I mean, not doing too bad here. Not doing too bad. And, you want to click on Mando there because he's about to die. But at the end of the day, you just want to keep Fennec alive. Mando doesn't make as much of a difference these days. And yeah, just cleanse and keep going to town. They don't have too much armor, health steal. They don't have too much on him, I don't believe. But at the same time, like, he heals a pretty considerable amount if he goes twice in a row there like that. And yeah, just gotta keep going, guys. Gotta keep going. He's building his ult once again, I believe. The funny thing is, I'm recording this from my phone, and, we're on a business trip here. I'm on a business trip, and I can barely see the action here. So, okay, drop 4 banners. Not too bad. We got to be efficient, though. This is a pretty tricky defense to navigate. So, what I decided to do after consultation with my buddy Solo Base, this is the only help I got at all. Remember, I'm on a business trip, and I'm just kind of just, I'm doing these attacks when I can fit them in, because it's a very busy time for me. When I go to these audits, it's very, very busy. So, Lord Vader, though, with the 2 tanks here, Shore Trooper's nice because he provides the crit immunity, and he also gives the healing. And he heals quite a bit, actually, because he's all health at that point. So we got the ult, and the thing that's tricky about this all is, of course, you don't want to create super clones if you can help it. Like, you don't want for like Rex to keel over before 5s does, and it also just takes a while to knock over a Relic 9 General Skywalker who is also pretty well modded. So, all right, he's toppled. Now do we take that? We don't want to do an AoE, because that might just end up killing one of these clones. But then we didn't end up killing anything, and they killed Shore Trooper, so that was less than cordial of them. And You know, one thing I really want to start looking at, guys, is getting my Grand Inquisitor squad up to start killing General Skywalker teams. That's something I think we could probably manage doing, even though I don't have a great datacron for them. Could probably still try that, something like that, because as it currently stands, General Skywalker is just costing me too much. I'm like, if I have to use a Galactic Legend, then it's a win for my opponent for the most part. You know, Lord Vader's fine here. You know, we're saving the Manda or the Maul team for this occasion, but I mean, okay, evaporate those guys. Please don't kill Royal Guard. You can have Shore Trooper. We don't like him anyways. Again, that doesn't matter, but. Yeah, anyways, 63 banners, not too bad. Drop 2 banners, and we can move on to the next thing, which is going to be trying to decide which of these 2 teams I should use General Grievous on, and decided to try it on this Commander Luke team. Now, you have Cara Dune on this Luke team, which makes me think that maybe this is supposed to be like Iden-proof, or something like that. Like if I used Iden on the team, maybe Kara would be able to auto-stun everyone. I don't know, I haven't heard that discussed anywhere, but we're just trying to get target lock on everyone, of course, as you'll have it. And yeah, I mean, once that happens, you put extortion on Luke, of course, because he doesn't want anyone to find out about him and his sister. He pays his dues, and then we kill him anyways, because that's how criminals do things, apparently. But I mean, this team's pretty easy, especially without 3PO. They're not gaining as much turn meter, and yeah, I got 61. We dropped 4. I say it's easy, and then I drop 4. But I mean, you'll have that from me as well. And then finally, I was like, man, I don't know how to beat this Maul team. I didn't have time to like just sit down and crunch it out and figure out what I want to do. So I just took my Jedi Revan team, which, I mean, that's just such crazy overkill, guys. I was regretting it from the very get-go. I didn't want to do that, but, you know, they have the datacron that makes them faster, and I needed some team that could outspeed them. So this apparently worked out for me okay. Like, this would have been a good... I could have used Mon Mothma here, I think. I think Mon Mothma would have been a pretty safe choice. And Mon Mothma was on defense and just died for max banners. So we're just going to stop making that blunder moving forward. All right, so we got through, and look at that. 3 GLs in the back. Now, that Jedi Master Kenobi, it took me a while to discover this. And that's on... Gosh, it's so embarrassing that I didn't notice. But there's no cat with that Kenobi. And if I'd realized that earlier, maybe we could have mitigated some issues. But, okay, they do have Rey here, though. And Rey is the huge ultimate. Like, she does the ultimate that's based off of, with the datacron, that's 75% more damage for each living ally. So what she does, her ult, and all of her friends are alive, which is pretty easy to do when you have Rey, then you just get kind of just wrecked. So, yeah, so the whole key, you gotta... Starkiller can beat this particular build as well. If you had put a fast Finn with the team or something, then this Starkiller stops being as viable. But I mean, she doesn't gain bonus turn meter or bonus ultimate meter or anything, and so if you can get her into damage immunity early enough, you can just take her out. Now, this whole strategy relies on Starkiller having a second Omicron on the one that is... It's not the entire tire, it's the AoE Dispel. But you can see, I mean, it's fairly smooth. We just want to get that Star Destroyer of healing as late as we can so that everyone gets max banners. And overall, a pretty clean kill there against one of the most feared teams out there, team archetypes. Even though the datacron's going to go away here pretty soon. Okay, so now we have to change our plans a little bit, guys. We've got to kill that Darth Malgus team, which means I was like, okay, we'll we'll just take our Supreme Leader Kylo. And so, you know, I guess the thing is, you're supposed to, the guaranteed win with Supreme Leader Kylo, or it's not guaranteed, but it's a high rate success, is you take you take Supreme Leader Kylo, and I think like Crew and Hux maybe, Crew, and then I think you take Watt and the two Night Sisters, Old Daka and Zombie. And I didn't really think about that going into this, especially because we were going to need to use our Sith Eternal on that Jedi Master Kenobi team, and then we're going to have to use Rey on their Jedi Master Luke squad. And yeah, so things aren't going amazingly well, but at the same time, it's like, well, they're not like terrible. They're not terrifyingly bad. You know, probably should have tried to target Malgus with my swipes so that he doesn't have as much mastery, but what's a man to do? So look at all this damage he's doing. It's just, it's discouraging, folks. We can't do enough damage to him, and he kills us. So look at that. I just killed Supreme Leader Kylo like a chump, just start to finish, even with Hux and his friends. Just embarrassing, guys. So I'll tell you what's more embarrassing is this Maul fight, folks. This is not fun, honestly. Look at, we're gonna actually just cut it short, in fact, but because what I forgot is he heals off of these debuffs, and so we're putting all these stacks of dots on him, and I was like, oh yeah, we'll finish him off easy. With all the true damage, he won't be able to heal anything, like we'll be good. And then with all the assists and stuff, he just heals himself forever, and you can't kill him. And it's a total nightmare, and the even biggest egregious thing, guys, and this is, you know, I blame to some degree at least my circumstances. Like normally I'm like, yeah, that was just stupid of me, and sometimes, I mean, this is just stupid regardless, but you know, I'm on this business trip, and I just you know, it's just very distracting. Trying to play with people around me, asking questions about what I'm trying to do, and so yeah, this doesn't go well. Here, let's just cut it out, and I'll be back in a minute, because you guys don't need to see the rest of my sadness here. Okay, so there's my blunder. Decided to back out because I can't finish the fight. There's just no way, no need to waste my time. So, all right, how do we do this? What do we want to do here? We need to finish off. Oh, I guess I'm selecting a Datacron here. Oops. Let's see. Come on, guys. You gotta keep moving. Shouldn't take too long. I think I'm just showing the Datacron here anyways that I'm gonna use, or that is, you know. Oh yeah, we're using Traya. Oh gosh, yeah, okay. So we're using Traya here against this Malgus. I was like, all right, we can finish this Malgus off. No problem. No issues whatsoever. We'll just use Traya, of course. We should use Traya in the first place. So we put crazy armor on the squad. You know, we have the Sith Eternal, or we have the Sith Empire Trooper Datacron and everything with a ton of armor and resistance. And so all we need to do, folks, you know, if you put isolate on, you just need to annihilate. That's all we need. That's all we need. So let's just try to keep him ability blocked. That was a mistake. I should have taken a character that could ability block on basic, if such a character was available. Like, we don't have Talon because she's on offense. I guess we might not have had the right character for it, but like Traya just gets stomped, Marauder gets stomped, and then look at this. Like Nihilus is 1 away or something, but then he just gets fear locked by Malgus, who just jumps and jumps and jumps and jumps and jumps and jumps. Just wins the jump rope contest, and we're dead. We're dead. Yay. Yay, hey, hooray for that. Jeez. Okay, so then I'm just distracted here, and I didn't think through this fight either. This was actually fairly impressive. Sortie comes out with C-3PO, and C-3PO calls everyone to assist, and BB-8's there. BB-8 puts tenacity down on Wampa, and he gets stunned, and I die. So that was just me absent-mindedly charging in there. Should have just started with my Night Sisters. You can see I'm selecting the Datacron right here. Level 9 Datacron with Talzin with the extra offense. And then we have the Omicron on Asajj. So yeah, let's just keep going, guys. Let's do this and hope they don't kill old Daka. So the AoE from Talzin is pretty cool. I mean, hits under armor or under protection, and you know we're doing all the damage because we have a ton of defense set pieces. You know, defense stats, whatever you want to call it. All right, let's take out BB-8. Cool. Finally, we took out BB-8 the second time, apparently. Kill the VIP. The VIP is the one that really keeps them alive a lot, and I mean, at this point, we have the momentum. It's kind of a rout. It's kind of satisfying as well. I guess we'll just kill Talzin with a huge hit, and everyone's stun locked, and oh, I just killed 3 Pillar out of spite. Screw that guy, man. Alright, perfect banners from the Night Sisters. Once again, man, I'm really enjoying this team. This Night Sisters team is so much fun. It really, truly is, folks. So, okay, this one was a little bit lucky, actually. I think I needed, this is a coin flip. Either Gideon goes first or Echo goes first. I think they were the same speed. And, okay, so what I decided to do, I didn't want to give Shaak Ti any turn meter until we could do the mass assist and kill off Echo. So we're just hitting Shaak Ti because she's got damage immunity, and then we got the mass assist, killed Echo, and at this point it doesn't matter as much if they, what really happens. I mean, yeah, they're gonna get turns and all of that, but we killed Echo. He's the one who stops troopers here. I mean, the rest of them could do some good damage for sure, you know, and they're doing their damnedest. But at the same time, it's just we've broken their power here, folks. That's what's going on here. So yeah, let's just keep going, guys, keep going. I think this is the closest to like a pitched battle that Imperial troopers ever have. Either troopers just like have the initiative and kill everything really fast, or they lose momentum and they die really fast. This one they kind of didn't have to do that. So all right, they've got Jedi Training Ray team here. Let's use Iden. We'll take out this team. And this whole time I'm wondering, okay, how do we kill Malgus? How the heck do we kill Malgus? And, you know, I'm like, man, if I had bounty hunters, we could disintegrate him. No, they're gone. You've already used them on the Galactic Legend. Okay, maybe we could use no, that failed us. That doesn't work, apparently. If we had been able to ability block more, maybe that would have worked. But there's not much that finishes Malgus off, though, which is frustrating because that means we have to concede that we're not going to full clear. Now, with how much my opponent placed on defense, I was actually fairly happy. Like I was like, okay, fine. Like, we won't clear. That's fine. We won't clear, but at the same time, we will be able to, you know, we'll just play a 3. My opponent won't be able to clear either, so we're going to use Ray here, and, you know, we're going to use Ray. We're going to just concede. We can't kill their Jedi Master Luke team. Just don't have the right teams for it, unfortunately. So I suppose we better just do this. You know, we use Ray, we use her friends, and I'm just really hoping we can full clear this, but we can still win. We can still win this. I don't think my opponent's going to clear me, so let's just be efficient moving forward. As efficient as a man can be despite all these dropped battles. But all right, so Malgus is finally gone, thank goodness. So we get to see what ships, and they're kind of like throwbacks to old things. And you have to realize at this point, guys, I was pretty deep into margaritas with my coworkers. So, you know, we're all at a restaurant. I'm playing this game for some reason. So I realized at this point they don't have Cat on this team, which means, like, if we had General Skywalker, we'd probably just be able to you know, move through this team pretty easily. But we don't have General Skywalker available. He's on defense. And so, I mean, let's just use Bad Batch. Bad Batch can take out the entire team for the most part, except for maybe not Kenobi, who knows, but we can find a way to clean him up, probably. You know, we have Geos would probably do it. And, I mean, the problem here is, so we even triggered Savior, and they don't have, like, the very best supporting cast. Like, I mean, Ki-Adi-Mundi's pretty good and everything, but the problem is they keep stunning us, and the wrong characters at the wrong times. Like, we could have gotten I think we could have gotten a huge, awesome stun from Wrecker, but he got stunned, just stun locked because of the stun cron. So it'll be nice to see that set leave, vacate the premises. So I was like, okay, we got to kill one team, and unfortunately, I just don't feel the most confident ever using a Sith Eternal squad against that Jedi Master Luke team without Watt. Remember, that was a huge blunder of mine. I used Watt with that Maul team, and then the Maul team turned out to be just like the worst possible counter type to what we were seeing. And so I was like, fine, we'll take the diminished banners. We'll just take Sith Eternal, clear this Jedi Master Kenobi, and then just leave Jedi Master Luke sitting. You know, and like I said, I'm like 2 margaritas in, and they're pretty big margaritas. So, you know, I don't think I necessarily like played this really poorly or anything. Just to keep in mind, maybe it's foreshadowing. Maybe that's what I'm really trying to do here. But all right, let's fry half or 2/3 of the team, and then relink so that we can have Ki-Adi-Mundi stop critting me, which is a critical element to our success, or potential success. And yeah, just keep frying them here. Maybe Gar will survive. Oh, he didn't even survive long enough for me to say maybe he'll survive. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, dude. Okay. Now, it's going to be a slappy fight. He's got a lot of health steal, I think. I forget. It's like a lot of people have health steal, though. And so we're just, if we could eventually, at some point, land shock, then he can't heal anything more. He can gain bonus protection, but he can't heal. And we took him out. So, there's that, guys. Leaving Jedi Master Luke completely alone there. Sith Eternal might have been able to do it, but you never know. So, all right, we got to take out these squads, and so I guess let's do fleets first, because why not? We like fleets. We got this triple attacker, executor comp that I'm gonna use home 1 for. That's the one counter I know to it, actually. So you just want to take out that IG 2000 as early as you possibly can, and then everything else should fall into place to some degree, at least. You know, killed their Razor Crest fairly early on, actually, which is nice. And you know, you get the Cassian's U-Wing to come in, and yeah, this is a fairly controlled fight for the most part, if you can meet the RNG nonsense a little bit later. So, look at that, Slave 1 came in. We're going to have to find a way to take out Slave 1. Nice. Goodbye. And now we're just playing the waiting game here for our executor to destroy their executor. Oh wait, totally different thing. I'm sleepy, guys. I'm super tired. Doing this out of love for all of you. And because I'm too OCD, I just wanna do daily content, guys. All right. Got on our Y-wing. Let's. Okay, cool. So we've got all of our time, all of our stuff prepped, and yeah, he's gone. He gone. Okay. So this is where like watching the replay, guys, there are a few different opportunities where we could have killed Anakin. Some of them were my fault. Some of them are just stupid dodges that are like the 2% bane of my existence. But I'm just trying to take out this TIE bomber here. If we can, we get this done on Anakin. That was a good target of opportunity. You know, we're drinking margaritas, of course. And just like, if you can just kill Anakin, we'll be good to go. And, you know, we can't target him through the tank, unfortunately, unless Hyena Bomber gets a turn. And then I'm like, oh, maybe we just do the AoE, kill him. But then he dodges. He just like, that would have killed him. That would have killed Anakin right there. And then I could target Anakin here. We get him into red. And then, okay, so we can dispel, right now, we can dispel everyone with, what's his name? And you know, with what is his name? With Karth's ship, and we didn't. Like that would have on its own also been able to kill Anakin. Let's see. I think there was one other opportunity. Maybe we already missed it, but there was one other opportunity where I could have shot Anakin, and I didn't do it. Couldn't do it. Okay, so I'm like, okay, let's try to take Anakin out at least. Look at that, guys. He's in the red. So freaking close, guys. So, and it's just not quite enough. I'm like so depressed just watching this. Man. Okay, well, we'll get him on the backswing, right? No problem. But I'm just. Yeah, let's take our time. Let's take General Kenobi here against this weird Tarkin fleet. You know, it's not the ideal Tarkin fleet, so it shouldn't be that difficult to take out in theory. So let's just get rid of that Sith bomber as early as we can, because he puts thermals on everyone. He makes it so that everyone's dazed. Would just rather have him gone forever. So now we can take out Vader, and if I had a relic 9 5s, that probably would have just killed both of them and had done with this battle. But I'm not fancy like that, so instead let's get Plo Koon in here, try to bail us out. He ends up killing that Vader's TIE, which is fancy of him. And yeah, so Anakin can shoot beneath foresight, even if he doesn't miss with his basics. So I was like, man, maybe we could just one-shot this interceptor. Of course, that's not really how things work. Not in the real world, anyways. So let's keep going. Let's go. I mean, for a comp that I wasn't really that sure of, this seems like this is a fairly measured response, to be honest, TBH. And then all we have to do is take out that negotiator fleet with Finalizer, and we are good to go. And so this whole time I wasn't thinking at all, because I could have looked at the records and been able to figure out what the next move on on negotiator would be. The only thing that could stop us here, guys, is an AoE from negotiator. Oh, hey, look at that. AoE from negotiator dazed everyone, So no one, well, I guess we didn't daze silencers. That's good. Good for us, folks. But they're already taking a bunch of turns. They get rid of someone vital. Echelon, it looks like. So, I mean, we can't kill Anakin here, apparently. And then they just come and kill the silencer. At which point, I used the F word like 7 times before I realized I was in a restaurant and there were kids in a booth right next to us. So, yeah, if anyone was at that restaurant with their kids and they happen to be watching my video, realize that you have an inside scoop on what happened. You know, margaritas were involved. And, well, guys, at this point, we can't clear. We had one backup fleet, and that was that. So, let's do the recap here, guys. Okay, so you can see everyone but Jedi Master Luke cost my opponent 3 teams to get through on the front, which gave me hope for the back, which in fact he did not clear the back. He couldn't clear Skywalker, and it took 4 to get through Radis, so Radis continues to be a pain. Look at that, he did actually get through my fleets, and Holdo actually got a hold, but he ended up beating me by, 200-ish. Not quite, so good match to Travman. Man, a lot of things went into this. First off, I was just very distracted. I know I keep making that excuse, but that is the case. However, that's not the only factor that went into this. I mean, I was distracted, and honestly, that's enough, really. Like, you're on a business trip, you can't just assume that, you're going to be able to get all of your attacks in the ideal fashion. So, yeah, I mean, that's also on me, frankly. There's, there were a few times I could have killed Anakin's ship, and then I could have sent in a burner to that negotiator fleet. And the thing that's really cooking my goose about it, guys, is I would have won. I would have won if I had been able to clear either of those zones. And so I could have optimized my MALGUS, anti-MALGUS build with Star Killer, or using Supreme Leader Kylo and Watt. That would have worked, and then we could have been able to clear that Jedi Master Luke team, most likely with Sith Eternal. I've had a few close calls, but I think my Sith Eternal, the way I build it, would have worked. And I also could have cleared that negotiator fleet. I mean, there are a lot of things I could have done better, guys, like that Jedi Master Kenobi team without Cat. We could have used Maul to help us with that, but he just evaporated. And so at the end of the day, I think I earned a loss. That's just how it goes. Sometimes you just lose and you get outplayed. My opponent played really well, and he deserved the win. So good match to Travman. I'll do better next time. Hopefully we can actually stream it and stuff. That'll be fun. But anyways, guys, I'm going to call it good. So thank you all so much for watching. And remember that in all things, even fails like this, Zareth prevails. We'll see you with good recording equipment next time, folks. Thanks for your patience.